to Wednesday. Today we're going to do regular letters, but I want to make an announcement. Next week and the following week, there will be, I did a house on tape, a whole house from the beginning to the end, and we'll show half of it next Wednesday and the second half the second Wednesday. People wanted to see closing a portal and getting rid of a ghost in the house, so we went ahead and did it. It's interesting. I think you'll see what we've been talking about. The other thing is there's still a few spaces for Zoom on the 24th. The Zoom for February will be announced soon. This Friday is Mercury retrograde, and it goes through February 3rd. Just be aware of it. It's there, and most of you know what to expect with the Mercury retrograde. So today are just regular letters. This one is from Leah in Nevada. As far back as I can remember, my family has been living with ghosts. We were always searching for the source of footsteps, or drafts, or voices. So much tragedy surrounds my family. Extreme illness, execution, my brother, financial ruin, you name it, it has befallen my lovely family. My family is very presentable, seemingly normal. We moved about 15 times during my youth, which is a little odd. That is a lot. My mother still is trying to find out what her life is about. She is now 60. I truly believe these spirits, ghosts, earthbounds have always been with her. I wonder why they are with her and why she is a spirit magnet. Are we just picking up on the residue? I would like her to find peace of some kind before she moves to a different plane. What can I do? Gosh, Leah, without a phone call from a house where your mother is at, I really would have no way of knowing. Would she consider coming on Zoom? I would be able to tell from that if there's something in her house or not. You can't do anything for her except tell her about this, but it has to be her decision to do it. So it's hard, it's hard when we end up having to try to watch out for our parents. It's not good when we have to worry about our parents. But that's what I would do. I would try to suggest her coming on to Zoom because it sounds like there probably is a problem there. And, did your mother ever use tarot cards? Did she do anything metaphysical? There could be a reason why these ghosts are attached to her. Okay, this one is from Karen from Alaska. My name is Karen. I'm 26 years old. Since I was about 14, I have been playing with the Ouija board by myself and contacted a ghost. Since that time, I learned to allow the same ghost to draw, paint, play games, and write with my hand. I'm going to stop right here. I'm wondering, did you give this spirit permission to enter your body? Do you remember the movie Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg, how she allowed the ghost to come into her body? That's a very dangerous thing to do. But let's see what else she has to say here. He also told me his name was X, which is probably just something he wants me to call him. We used to be friends, but when he started giving me contradictory answers about himself and his death, our friendship slowly plummeted. Basically, I can feel him, but I can't talk to him. I've seen his shadow before, and he was a little taller than me, and I'm about 5'7". He's not a good speller at all, which is why I believe he's probably young or uneducated. He has tried to scare me by telling me I was being watched by other ghosts, but he knows I stopped being scared a long time ago. I want him to get the help he needs, but when I tell people about him, they look at me like I'm crazy. I've been praying to God to reveal the purpose of the situation to me. I am not getting an answer. Can you please call my home or just email me back? Karen, no, I can't email you, and no, I won't call your cell phone, but you could definitely call my line and leave a message, and I will get back to you that way. I'm wondering if you're so isolated in Alaska. Was this your way of finding a friend on the Ouija board? That at 14 is such an age that is not good for somebody to come and be attached to you. And you're probably right. You're 26 now. This started 14 years ago. You probably did contact a younger spirit that was, maybe a teenager, 17, 18, and maybe maybe that's why he doesn't seem educated to you. But you have got to stop interacting with him. All you are doing is giving him more energy. Get rid of the Ouija board. That is not helping one little bit. Please try to call from your house or get on a Zoom and let's see exactly what's going on. This is probably going to affect the rest of your life if you don't do something about this now. This one is from Jolie in New Jersey. I am the owner of 2 houses. The first house I lived in for 30 years, and now my son lives there. I know there are ghosts there. I have had my feet played with in bed, touches on my shoulders while in bed, my dog and cat being thrown across the bedroom, seeing a mist of smoke in the corner of my room, etc. Now in my second house, every so often the back door will open and close. I go back and check, and the door is locked. This happens in the day and night. People that come in the house feel something when they are in the basement. I would love to send them to the white light, but do not know how. Can you come over and do this for me? And I know you would have to come when it's safe. Well, Jolie, again, New Jersey is not on where I'm going anytime in the near future. Don't attempt to make the white light unless you know you can make it, keep it open long enough, see the earthbound spirit walk into it, and then close it. If you can't do all of that, then all you're doing is giving this spirit more energy because you are not accomplishing what you think you are. Smudge, smudge, smudge. That would be the best thing that you could do. And if you were so sure that these ghosts were in the first house, maybe they're just coming to visit you in this house. That's a possibility. And it's really curious because you never mentioned if your son is having problems living in that house. Is he having the same problems that you had when you were living there? So again, this is really good to come on Zoom. I think you could get some good answers, and it probably wouldn't be a bad idea for your son to come on the same night you're coming on, and we can see between the 2 places what exactly is going on. Okay, this one is from Deborah in Kentucky. My daughter Elise and her son Jim moved into their first home. They bought a small house in Utah that was built in 1855. Elise feels that it may be haunted, but that fact doesn't bother her, and Jim just doesn't believe in ghosts. Here's my question. Elise has been having a lot of trouble with depression, and their marriage is in trouble. They are young. She is 25 and Jim is 29, and they will have been married 2 years. A neighbor told her that everyone that has lived in that house that she has been aware of has gotten a divorce. Elise says Jim drives me crazy, and Jim says that everything would be all right if Elise would just get over being depressed. They have had some counseling in the areas, Elise is on medication, but that isn't helping. Of course, she's not taking it on a regular basis. They are both educated and intelligent. I may be totally off base and they are really mismatched, but they both really seem to love one another. Would you like to have Elise call you or write you? And if you visit, how much does it cost for your travel? Well, we're not even going to worry about traveling, Deborah, because I'm not coming down to Kentucky anytime soon. I would definitely, if Elise will, have her come on a Zoom and have Jim with her. Let's find out if there really is something going on in the house. From 1855, who knows what could be there? I have to say, Utah is not one of the busier states that have a problem with ghosts, but that doesn't mean there aren't ghosts in Utah. So give me a call and let's see what's going on. Okay, this one is from Donna, and she is from Ohio. Marianne, I think I have a ghost in my house and it's been here for a while now. I burn regular candles every night and also some Christmas candles that light up that are electric. I went over to a candle to blow it out, and when the candle went out, so did the electric candle. And that has a switch on it. I never touched it. And I don't know why it went out. When I got up again to see if it was unplugged, it wasn't, but it was still turned off by the switch, which I did not do. And also, I was cleaning the coffee pot and the filter basket and set it down to the right side of the counter, and it got up and moved to the left side, and then it was smashed off the counter. I have lived here for over 30 years, and a lot of unexplained things have happened here. I am not scared, but I would like to know if there's a ghost in my house. I think my cat sees things. She looks up at the ceiling a lot and cries. Also, my son has heard and smells cologne. Hope you can help. Donna, I think you've got a couple things going on here. I think with the cologne, it might be somebody that you know that has crossed over and visiting. Usually when you get a scent like that, it's somebody that has crossed over. A perfume that reminds you of somebody, an aftershave that reminds you of somebody, a pipe tobacco smell that reminds you of somebody. Those are usually ones that have crossed over. And turning off the electric candle, that's not a bad thing. I'm wondering if maybe you shouldn't check that cord on that candle and see if somebody wasn't trying to help you. Maybe there's something, maybe it's frayed somewhere and you don't see it. Now, throwing stuff off the counter, that would not be one that is definitely from the light. That would be an earthbound one. So I think if you smudge, I think it will make a big difference. And the cologne and turning off the light, I still think that's somebody good. And of course, you can always call or get on Zoom. That's absolutely always an option. Okay, so next week again, we're going to try to do a two-part next week and the following week of the house that I cleared. There was a convict in it that had been put to death by the state, and he was a murderer. He had killed 2 people, and he was in this little house. And so, like I said, it might be something you want to catch. Thanks so much, and have a great week, and we'll do it again. Bye-bye.